Oh, that's it. That bass. Yeah, boy. Sneakies, it's me, Fifi, and I'm back. I'm back again today with another TXT, Tomorrow Pie Together reaction for you guys. Hey, and this might actually be a lot sooner than you was expecting, but I did say after I reacted to the TXT guide that I was going to catch up on some of the albums and some of the B-sides that I haven't heard. I have heard some of the albums, their first few. I can't remember which ones exactly. I literally just went on Spotify and I saw that their last album, this is their last album, I haven't heard it. I think there might be maybe 2 more albums I actually haven't heard. So yeah, the first album I'm going to be checking out is the Chaos Chapter, Fight or Escape. This is going to be done in 2 parts. Both parts will be posted today. This is part 1, and part 1 will consist of the 3 tracks: AntiRomantic, 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 Ice Cream, and What If I Had Been That Puma. That's such a weird title. Puma. How do you guys say Puma? Is it Puma or Puma? Like the clothes, the brand, I say Puma, but when it's the actual animal, I say Puma. Anyway, yeah, I'm super excited. Let's just go. Okay guys, let's go. Quick disclaimer before we start, I will be doing lyric videos for this first listen, just so I can sort of see who's singing. However, you guys know the music is my priority, and whilst I'll be seeing the words there, I'm not going to be concentrating on them, so please don't expect some sort of lyrical analysis. I'm still going to be only commenting on the song itself. Also, I am aware that these lyric videos can be wrong sometimes. If there is something wrong, please just correct it in the comments. Don't complain. If you have complaints, please go and do that on the original video, not mine. It's out of my control. Okay guys, let's go. The first track on the album, which I haven't heard. Obviously, I have heard some of the tracks. If you've missed my reaction to those tracks, they'll be in my TXT playlist. Okay, let's go. The first track is AntiRomantic. Let's go.
I don't know who loves me, and I don't care.
Really nice chords. Ooh. Chocolate. Ooh, pizzicato strings. Dum, 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 dum. The breathiness on his voice. Layers? Are they harmonizing or are their voices layered? What sound is that? Almost sounds like an organ, but I don't think it is. Romantic, that's so catchy. I love that. Oh. The drums and the synths here are giving me 80s influences. The decade, not the group. Ooh, yeah. It's giving me coming of age. Coming of age movie.
Sorry, I'm an anti-romantic.
Like, oh.
힘이 널 쫓는 내 맘이 작은 불씨로 타올라. Sorry, I'm an anti-romantic. 저는 믿지 않아 romantic. 엄청 불던 불살고 한 채만 남게 될까 두려워.
What are these sounds in the beat? That song was kind of weird. Okay, so first of all, I feel like I've heard that sorry I'm an anti-romantic. That melody, that melody is so, sometimes you ever hear a song and the melody is so good and catchy, you feel like you've already heard it, but you haven't. It's either that or I've heard it like on TikTok or somewhere. Was it popular on TikTok? I don't know. Either way, that was such a beautiful song. It was quite haunting. It definitely had this sort of eerie sort of undertone, this darkness to it. It was almost mysterious as well. It just had this sort of haunting vibe. It was almost a theme for a vampire. You guys know what I'm like. When it comes to describing songs, I can only describe them in certain ways. Like, I don't know, like those Dracula movies where it's just dark, but romantic at the same time. Anti-romantic just has this sort of, I don't know. I think you know what I mean. And just that eeriness gave it this weird vibe, but it was also giving me coming of age a little bit. Like, obviously I'm watching Stranger Things right now. But because there was sort of some 80s influences, I think within the beat itself, during the post-chorus part, that post-chorus moment was quite 80s influence. I think the beat itself and the specific synths that we used, it was giving me a little bit of sort of coming of age. But again, it still had that sort of haunting vibe to it, like coming of age, but shit's, the song comes on when shit's going wrong, okay? Or when shit's about to go down, shit's about to go wrong. The instrumentation was stunning. I love this pizzicato strings, the doo-doo on the plucky strings. That sounded so good. They all sounded fantastic. I noticed that Hin and Kai has this really nice sort of breathy tone. I also noticed that Yeonjun, he has this really sort of nice vibrato sometimes in his voice. They all sounded exquisite though. I really like that. Let's go on to the next one. Okay guys, let's go. Next up we have TXT Ice Cream. Let's go. Oh, that's it. That bass. The way he delivered that, it's giving me Michael Jackson vibes a little bit. Wow, that sounds so good. Ooh, what was that croaky sound? The way he's delivering that. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I love that. Yeah. I love it. I'm just learning these days. The way they deliver this part is, these chords in the back, that ticking, yeah. as well, it's such a classic line. It's in so many songs. Love that. Woo! This one's giving me house party vibes. I love the You hear that?
You know what I'm saying, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, also there's chants. Hey. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I love that so much. I absolutely love that one to pieces. That was so funky. That was so cool. That was definitely seasoned. It was so flavoursome. I loved it. I just loved the beat itself. Again, it was giving me sort of old school elements a little bit. It was giving me sort of like 90s house party vibes. It was giving me cookout vibes just a little bit. I love that wow, that bass sound. That's such an old school sort of sound. Definitely that sort of maybe sort of 80s funk, funkadelic sort of bass. That wow was also used a lot in sort of came back in sort of 90s R&B a lot as well. And I think Thundercat, you probably know who Thundercat is, but he uses that sound a lot as well. He's a bass player, so he uses that wow sound a lot these days. He kind of brought it back into music, I feel, into modern music just a little bit. But I absolutely love that sound. I love the melodies all throughout. I love their flows, how playful they were with everything, a little bit sort of melodic rapping. Just the way they were delivering everything, it just had a certain sort of a swagger. It just had a cool vibe to it, do you know what I mean? I loved it. And I'm just getting more and more impressed with Hyun and Kai, honestly and truly. I feel like he's a member that I noticed maybe, well, one of the members that I noticed the least. But ever since the guide, like, I was like, oh my god, he's the sweetest thing ever. And now I'm just noticing his talents a lot more. That was fantastic. Let's go on to the next one. Okay guys, let's go. What if I had been that Puma? What is this title? Let's go. Ooh, that bell, that cowbell sound. Ding, ding. I love that. Ding, ding. The scratching, the record scratching. Ooh. Okay. Ever heard ad-libs? Hey. Flow. The layers. Bring the guitar. Ooh. The guitar here, very interesting. That low synth, boom, boom. The cowbell. I would like Taehyun's part without the voice filter. Like, I think it would sound better on the melodic rapping. I love the layering here, can you hear it? The layering on this song is very good. Okay, so I enjoyed that, but it wasn't my favorite one. I wouldn't choose to put it on and listen to it. However, I wouldn't rush to skip it, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was good. I wouldn't be like, oh, I need to hear this song again. And I also be like, no, I can't stand hearing this song. Like, I'm just sort of neutral. It was a good song. And there were definitely a lot of elements that I did really like. Like, I just thought the use of the instrumentation was really interesting. Like, that piano and the guitar with that specific beat and the voice filters was just a very interesting choice. I did like it though. The voice filter I could have done with a little bit less. I've mentioned, I actually made a tweet about this the other day. I feel like people complain about voice filters a lot when actually sometimes they're needed. It's literally just a stylistic choice of song. I wouldn't have put it maybe on this song, or I just would have maybe used it a little bit less. Like, it didn't have to be on every verse, every line, just a little bit sort of here and there. I think it was just a lot for me personally. Like I said, I'm not someone that hates it, but I do think I'd prefer a little bit less in this song. Like, I would have liked to have heard their voices, their actual tones just a little bit more, but I understand it's a stylistic choice. I understand that. I just wish it was a little bit less in this. Anywho, I really love this sort of cowbell. I don't know why, I'm just a huge fan of that sort of cowbell sound, like dun dun. And I thought the record scratching was really cool. It's a cool little addition. Yeah, the song was good. Not my favorite, but I still wouldn't skip it. That's it. That's the end of part 1. I will see you in part 2. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you have subscribed, I love you. I love you. I'm gonna put them on Instagram, guys. I'm gonna put them on Twitter, and yeah, goodbye.
Oh.